Man. Did y'all? I got a guy up right now. We about to do a flashback on, and that is the funniest thing. I hope like hell John put this up. A picture of to now and a picture of Uncle Fester back in the day. This nigga went out, and I call everybody nigga. I know he's not a nigga, he's a white man. But he went out and spent about $20,000 of his money that he got from the documentaries that he was out there lying about, and got a wig, y'all, hair implants that looked like a wig. But anyway, y'all remember when he made this legendary statement on Bond First? Show you what type of guy he really is. Y'all check out this interview.
And I do know that, for example, Frank admitted, he lied about things. Already said, hey, I told him to lie. Okay, well, that's fine. Then he lied. Mm-hmm. So once you lie about something, does it not mean that you can't lie again? Of course you can.
Of course.
So those are all things that you have to consider. But again, at the end of the day, like I said, I told Frank, you're going to meet with Frank, you're going to meet with Reggie, remember what you said. Mm-hmm. If Frank had said, okay, I'm cool with that, if I got to walk it back, I'll walk it back. But that was Frank's decision to make, ultimately. I didn't tell him to do it or not do it. I just said, here, my only advice is just remember what you said. If you're prepared to walk it back, you're prepared to admit you're wrong. Mm-hmm. And again, Reggie will verify this. How many times did Frank Alexander ever publicly admitted he was wrong about anything? Okay?
Yeah, he's very egotistic.
And I like Frank. Don't get me wrong. I like Frank.
But he did want to call and apologize to me.
Right.
And I really believe that. And I think you kind of pretty much admitted that, and you told him that wouldn't be wise.
No, I didn't say it wouldn't be wise. To be honest with you, that was after Assassination 2 had come out. I was kind of done with the whole thing, to be perfectly honest with you. That came out.
You said that you told him you got to remember what you have already said. That's pretty much saying.
Yeah, remember what you said. That's all I said. Remember what you said. Walk the walk and talk the talk. If you're gonna go apologize to somebody that you have said is responsible for Tupac's death, okay, and now you want to apologize to him for saying that, that's on you. That's how that was going to reflect. If you're okay to take the slack for it, fine. But if you're not, then don't. And you know what? And he chose not to. I didn't put a gun to the man's head and say don't do it. I didn't threaten him. And even if I had threatened him, it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. Frank's his own man. You know that. So I get the point where it's just like, okay, yeah, I get being responsible for what I've said, and I'm not shirking away from it, and not by a long shot. People say I'm deflecting. I'm not deflecting anything. I'm standing right here. But but at the end of the day, and again, this is I'm looking at I'm looking at the comments again, and I'm seeing that your
foundation, stop doing
your foundation is cracking. RG Bond's backpedaling. Okay, no. I stand by my position until I am informed otherwise. Okay? And it can't just be somebody saying, nah, I don't buy that shit.
So what would it take for you to not think that Reggie was involved with the murder?
Wait a minute, hold on. What when you always said Russell Poole solved the case, and so what case did he solve?
Oh, he solved the Biggie case. I think he solved that cold. I think he was right on about that. Poole didn't work the Tupac case.
Oh, I know. I'm just asking you what did he think that he solved? So you think so you think Amir Muhammad is responsible for the death of Biggie or David Mack?
I haven't seen. It's funny you say that because I haven't seen any evidence to the contrary. Eugene Deal's waffling now on what he said, but or maybe he's not waffling about it. But because I don't want to say that, I like Gene Deal, but his identification was his identification. If he wants to change his story 20 years later and say I really didn't identify a guy, and he hasn't, as far as I know anyway, he hasn't. Okay, but if somebody comes to me, here's an interview with Gene Deal. Gene Deal said he was wrong about everything, and he is walking it all back. Okay. That's great. That's news right now. That's not news 10 years ago. You can't go backwards 10 years and hold somebody culpable for something that they didn't know 10 years ago.
Well, I sure hope. I wish I knew Amir Muhammad because he's sure gonna have a good lawsuit against Randall Sullivan and whatever company is distributing this movie with Johnny Depp.
Okay, but here's the thing about that. You don't think he knows that already?
Yeah.
Really?
So he hope it comes out. Yeah.
Really? I mean, but wait a minute. I mean, that's what they were saying.
Well, he never
about,
sued before.
That's what they were saying about Little Half Dead and me, and that's what they're saying about that.
But shit, if you had Universal behind you or whatever, Climax or something like that, you don't think I would have sued you, RJ? All your stuff was self-distributed.
What?
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. What, you said I self-distributed?
Pretty much.
No.
But the first one.
No, that's where you're wrong, dude. I had Mill Creek. I had Mill Creek. I had New Video, which is Cinedigm, distributing the second one. I had Mill Creek the second time we did the second one. I had Mill Creek doing it. I had Fontana doing the first one, and I got
Fontana. Come on, Fontana. You pay for everything, and they just put it out.
No, that's again. Okay, since you seem to know everything, you're wrong about
Fontana deals. I know Fontana Universal deals.
Okay, but
so you saying they gave you money to make that?
Wait a minute. How's that different than any other distribution deal that there is? They recoup. You said that yourself. They recoup. They advance and they recoup.
Yes, they recoup.
Yeah, they advance. They advance and they recoup. Yeah, they advance and they recoup. That's what distributors do. But that don't mean I self-distribute, not by a long shot. Now, Michael Carlin, you look up like American Federale, and you look at that. Yeah, those stuffs were self-distributed. He put them out on YouTube or on dude. You don't think? All right. So y'all say that I'm in it for the money, okay? If I was really in it for the money, why would I? With all the media videos and all the shit that's out there right now, why in the world would I go to a distributor to take a piece of it if I could put it out on iTunes or put it out on Amazon and self-distribute it on my own? Why would I do that?
Because you can't get no other distributor. Because you can't get no distributor. Why did you put it up on YouTube for free? Answer that question. Why did you put it up? Because you wanted to show that there was some interest in it, and I'm getting this many hits on it, and then take it to a distributor.
Well, you all just got down on me about suing Frank Alexander. Okay, suing the.
I said you. Oh no, that ain't why we got down on you. I was just saying that your relationship wasn't where you trying to make it out to be at that time. Is the only reason I brought that up. You set me straight and said y'all made it up. Y'all said y'all made it up. Huh?
What relationship? He was dead when I sued the corporation. He had been dead for months.
I think that wasn't cool when that happened. You admitted in the stream that you didn't talk to him for 2 years.
Right. Well, that was back in 1998. Jesus Christ, that was long.
I just said y'all didn't. I don't know. I didn't follow y'all like that. I just knew y'all had problems. I'm sure y'all had more problems since then. You admitted a few times that your wife couldn't stand him. So that's to show you the type of dude he was. That's all I was just trying to show. That the dude wasn't this big old saint, Big Frank. My God, kids, my God, kids, my kid's godfather. That y'all wanted to make him up to be. I'm just telling you, the nigga wasn't that. That's all I was trying to say.
You know what? That's your opinion about him. I knew the man for damn near 15 years.
I knew him longer than you. I knew him before you did.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that your relationship with him wasn't the same as mine was because, you don't
think me and Frank was close at one time?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm guessing you might have been, but I can tell you that I don't appreciate you're trying to jump in and act like you know more about my relationship with Frank than I do.
No, okay, and later, and he was a different man, and so you know him more recent than I did. I can say that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
But the thing about it is that how I knew Frank and what I knew Frank for, and what I knew about Frank, what I didn't know about Frank, does anybody really know anybody at the end of the day? Okay, you have your personal life.
I just know Frank turned on me. Frank turned on you. Frank turned on his wife. Frank pretty much turned on everybody. But y'all want to make him out to be this big tough guy or this big, this Big Saint guy, but you admit that you had problems with him. You admit your wife had problems with him. I admit I had problems with him. Frank's wife admit she had problem with him. Frank's girlfriend admit she had problem with him. So, Frank, I guess we all humans. But Frank wasn't Frank ain't who you trying to make him out to be.
Well, again, I can respect your opinion about that. Okay, and Frank had some amazing qualities about him, some good qualities about him. Like everybody else who's not fucking perfect in this world, he has.
Oh, I'm by far not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't see why he who's without sin cast the first stone here. Okay.
But we call a ball, a strike too.
That's true. That's why they got a score. That's why they got a scoreboard. And Martin Tyler, no, I'm not doing any more conspiracy videos. We copied.
We talked about that. Yeah. You got to remember, a lot of these people just tuned in because they, it's probably about 7 or 8 o'clock on the, in the UK, and so they just now starting to really tune in.
And Mike Dorsey. All right. Okay. First off, I should have taken the high road. You asked what I thought about Mike Dorsey. I probably should have, again, there's sometimes you just take the high road and I didn't. All right. So that's it. Okay.
So, and the only reason I asked that, I wasn't trying to start anything. I was going to ask you, can I connect him on the phone? I was going to say, well, can I? No. But you said we didn't want to do Greg.
Right.
I was going to say, would you talk to
but I want to be fair about it.
Okay.
To answer Mike's question, he asked, will RJ continue to drag Reggie and promote his theory that Reggie had Tupac killed after this? Well, that's kind of the point, Mike. If you had been listening for the last month, I've toned down the rhetoric drastically since Reggie's been talking. And I said, because I said at the beginning of this thing, you may not have been involved at the beginning of the show, but one of the things I said was I need to listen to the things, and it's only fair to do that, to listen to what he's been saying recently, to see what new information is out there, to see what's changed. And when you do that, you get it, and you say, okay, I can process this. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So, no, the answer to that question is I'm not going to do that after this if, and I'm going to say if because there's an if there, okay? If, like anybody else, I'm not the judge and jury of it, but if I feel like there's enough plausibility in this that, and we talked about it like when we reached the thing about Colesis and Fridays and what happened where, that there's possibility, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a look at what's been said. I mean, I can't change the past. The past is the past, just like Reggie can't change the past, okay? But at the same time, what you can do is you can say, yeah, if this is what I believe to be true, then why would I put out any more conspiracy videos about it? Why would I do that? Okay, other than money. Okay.
Well, Jesse gonna say I'm sorry. I guarantee you that he is gonna say I'm sorry by the time I get through with him.
So can I ask a question? If Martin Taylor says, "Can you get this clown off?" then why the fuck you been listening for 3 hours, nigga? Straight up.
See, there you go. Now, how you know Martin Thomas is a nigger? That word ain't supposed to come out of your mouth.
I said nigga, not nigger.
You said nigger with the ER, but you don't use that word.
I did not.
All right, well, maybe I misunderstood you.
I said,
maybe misunderstood you. All right, I misunderstood you.
Yeah, no. So, again, you think after all the heat I took off of the other things, I'm going to do that again? Please. Please. All right. So anyway, well, my question is, why are you watching? I mean, why are you stuck in?
RJ, I think you be saying words and you don't be realizing what you said, RJ. You gotta apologize when you say shit like that. Just say, man, I fucked up. Don't lie about it, because they're gonna call us on it.
Okay. First off, dude, because I didn't say it. But if somebody thinks
I don't know, I don't know.
Then I apologize for anybody who got offended because I dared say something that sounded
because Martin Taylor, trust me, those are our friends over in the UK, and there ain't that many of them over there. Well, there is a bunch of them over there too.